almost forgot to show you guys a belly shot. So here is my 28, 29 week belly from the side. Don't mind my work clothes, I just got home. Here he is from the front. Oh, and don't laugh at me, my socks don't match. And here it is from the side again. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about my 28-week pregnancy update. I am currently 29 weeks and 1 day. I turn a new week every Sunday, so today's Monday, June 17th, so I am 29 weeks and 1 day. So I'm just going to jump right into it. There really isn't a whole bunch that's changed, so we'll just start with the symptoms. I have written down back pain, a lot of back pain, sciatic nerve pain precisely, and it's one of those things that I know it's only going to get worse as I get bigger, and then for me it goes away once pregnancy is over, and I'm okay with that. I mean, I have no choice. I have to be okay with that. So yeah, back pain, and as he is getting bigger and getting lower, I feel it even more. I also have hip pain, and I've talked about this in my previous videos. I do have a labral tear in my right hip. I actually have one in my left hip as well, but my right hip is way worse. It keeps me up at night. I have a hard time falling asleep, staying asleep, and it's extremely uncomfortable. It really only bothers me when I'm trying to lay down on it. Like, it's not anything that's too bad walking around or anything. But yeah, hip pain, and it's one of those things where it's gonna get worse before it gets better, just like the back pain. Another thing that I've been feeling is Braxton Hicks contractions. That has started probably around, I'd say 25, 26 weeks, but more so in the last week. So from 28 to now 29, it's been bad. Well, not bad, but very uncomfortable. I actually went to the emergency room, which I did show you guys in my other video, for contractions, that they did pick up some contractions. I've just been monitoring them, making sure that they're not frequent and consistent, and you know, it's to be expected. I'm in my 3rd trimester, 7 months pregnant, so you know, my body's just getting ready for what's to come, I guess. Baby is moving a lot. He is extremely active, and it's almost like I don't need to do the kick counts, which I do the kick counts. You know, if I just feel like I haven't really felt him moving that much, I'll go lay down on my left side and I'll count. You know, you're supposed to feel 10 movements or kicks in an hour, and I usually feel more than that way before the hour mark. So he's very active. He gets his foot or arm or whatever up here, and then I can feel it in my pelvic area, and it's very uncomfortable, and sometimes it takes my breath away, because it's almost like, I described it to my mom like I feel like he grabbed onto my rib cage and was shaking it. It was just moving around, and it was uncomfortable. I feel like a lot of my symptoms are just me complaining about how uncomfortable that I am. But it's to be expected. You know, he's getting bigger, he's moving down, getting closer, and just things that are normal for pregnancy. I feel, at least. I don't feel like anything that I'm experiencing is worrisome or abnormal. This is my third pregnancy, so it's very common, and I felt this way before. It's just, I feel with him, I feel like he's a lot bigger than my other two at this point, and when he moves, I can feel, obviously you can feel when they turn and when they flip. It's just a different feeling. I feel like he's gonna be my biggest one. My anxiety has been kind of high, and I don't necessarily think that it's pregnancy related. I think that it's just because there's a lot of other things going on in our life right now. A lot of stressors that we're dealing with that I think might be contributing to my anxiety. But I did have a little bit of anxiety with Elijah's pregnancy, so maybe it's a mixture of both. I'm not sure. I also wrote down to talk about MRSA. So 2 years ago, I had a really bad cut on my finger. I went to the doctor, and they automatically test anyone that works in healthcare. They automatically test you for MRSA, and of course it came back positive. So now anytime I go to the hospital or I have a procedure or anything, they always check my MRSA status. So when I was in the hospital, the day that I had those contractions, they did the swab and the nares, and that came back positive for being a carrier of MRSA. I'm not really sure because I haven't talked to my doctor yet. I see my doctor next week, and you know, we're gonna go from there. I don't really know what they do for women who, when they're pregnant and they come back positive for MRSA. I'm not sure if there's a certain protocol for that. If you or anyone you know that has had this situation while they're pregnant, leave it down in the comments. Let me know what happened with you, or what to kind of expect, because I'm curious. I don't know if that means that they do a C-section. I have no idea. I would think that they would stay away from a C-section, just because that's a wound that will end up needing, you know, that will be healing. But I don't know. I guess it just depends on the doctor, maybe. I don't know. So that was something that I wanted to talk about a little bit, was the MRSA. I also have been back to work now for a week. I was off for 2 months for a concussion. I was dealing with vertigo and all that. I did post about that on this channel. So I am back to work. I'm only doing part-time days, so I'm working 4-hour days instead of the 8+ days. We're working me back up to going to full-time. So I'm not sure when that will happen. I see my doctor again. I see him next week, so we'll see what he says. It's been rough as far as like my headaches go, because I am a medical assistant, and where I work, medical assistant, in my department, we do a lot of our work on computers. So that's been my biggest struggle, is just the computer work. Physically, I feel okay, other than when I leave every day, I have a massive headache, which then that ends up affecting my sleep, which my sleep is already affected. So it's been rough, but I'm adjusting, not as quickly as I thought that I would, but I mean, it is what it is. We'll move from there whenever, however we gotta go. I wanted to touch a little bit on weight gain. I'm not extremely like careful with what I eat. I have kind of eaten whatever I want to eat. In total, so I'm 29 weeks and 1 day. This is my 28-week update, I know, but I've only gained 16 pounds. So I think that's pretty good. We'll see at my next appointment what my weight is. You know, most of it is all belly, I think. I mean, I'm getting bigger in other places, but that's to be expected. I'm not really as self-conscious as I thought I would be. It's just something that, like, being bigger, because I was bigger when I got pregnant this time around, so of course I'm gonna be bigger. And I don't think that I'm huge or I'm fat or anything, but this is the biggest that I've ever been, and I'm a little uncomfortable, but I mean, there's not really much that I can do, and I don't want to sit and dwell on something that I can't really change. I mean, I can watch what I eat and make healthier choices, but I can't really, like, diet and try to lose weight at this point. So I'm just going to take it for what it is and embrace it, and, you know, once the baby comes, work on it and get it off. I'm sure that I'll be able to. I did with my other two. So cravings. I don't feel like I have that many cravings at this point right now. I've been like, I mean, I would say there's just been things that I really like, but I haven't really been craving. There's other reasons for that too, but I've been really liking the Lay's dill pickle chips. They come in like a big green bag. They're so good, like so good. They're just the right amount of salt, and they're perfect. They taste amazing, and everyone in my house likes them, and they all ate and contribute to my bag being gone. Another thing that I've been, I don't want to say crave, but that I've been liking a lot lately is watermelon. I've been eating that almost every day. Like, I bring it with me to work, and it's a nice healthy snack, and it fills me up for a while, so I you know, and it's refreshing. I guess this probably isn't a healthy way to eat it, but my husband got me to put salt on it, and at first when I first saw him do that, I thought that was the nastiest thing, like, ever. Like, who would ever put salt on their watermelon? Well, pregnant me was intrigued, so I tried it, and it is amazing. It's so good. Not a lot though, just a little, just enough. You don't want to overdo it. And something that I have been, I guess this may be a craving or just something that I feel like I have to have, is Pepsi. I was like this with Elijah's pregnancy too. I drank a lot of soda with him. I drank more soda in that pregnancy than I do in this one. And I think that was just because I worked night shift at that time, so the caffeine, like, I needed it to stay awake in the daytime. But I'm not drinking as much soda as I did with that pregnancy as I am with this one, but I do drink more soda than I should. That's going to be a major change once this baby comes, because I'm going on a very strict diet, and soda will not be in it. That's pretty much about it. There really hasn't been anything major other than the discomforts that I've been feeling. All in all, I would say that the pregnancy has been pretty, like, pregnancy related things have been pretty smooth. I've just had, you know, other things that have come up that have caused other issues, but I don't think that they're pregnancy related. I did have my glucose test done. We repeated it, and it came back normal, so I don't have to worry about gestational diabetes, so that's great. You know, and according to the pregnancy apps that I follow, the baby is about 15 to 16 inches long now, which is crazy, but I feel it. I'm telling you, he will stretch from, like, my rib cage down to my pelvic area, and sometimes I feel like he's so low that I'm literally sitting on him. It's crazy. So I definitely can see the length, that being accurate. And also the pregnancy app said that at this stage the baby is about 2.5 to 3 pounds, and I feel that's pretty accurate, because at my last ultrasound he was 2 pounds, and that was about 3 weeks ago, a month ago. So like I said, I feel like he's my biggest. He's going to be my biggest. But yeah, everything's going pretty smooth. I can't really complain. It's been my easiest pregnancy by far. I've just, like I said, these other unfortunate things that have come up. But yep, that's about it. I just wanted to give you guys an update on how I'm doing, how the baby is doing. And I do go back in 2 to 3, I think 3 weeks for my 32-week anatomy scan. So I'll give you guys another update at that point. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a comment about the MRSA. I really want to know if anyone else has dealt with this and how they went about dealing with it. Please like the video, give a comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in my next one. Bye.